AITA for telling my sister that her infertility is not my problem? I'm 18F and 34 weeks pregnant. My sister is 35F and suffers with infertility. She has no kids and is starting to look into adoption. When I told her I was pregnant, she immediately started going crazy. She said it's not fair, that I'm abusing my fertility and that I should give my baby up because I have a life to live. It's been like this my entire pregnancy. Most recently she started asking me if I want to try a co-parenting relationship with her where I give her my baby 2 days of the week and make her a legal custodian. I said no to this one too. She keeps asking me to adopt my baby to her and it's just not happening. She came over for brunch this morning and brought up the idea of her adopting few baby. I am very much prepared for. This time I snapped and said to her, I don't understand what it's like not to be able to have children, but your infertility is not my problem to solve and I am not giving you my child. Please don't push me. Everyone in the room thinks I'm the asshole for this and my parents are giving me the cold shoulder for being so insensitive. AITA? NTA because how many times do you have to say no? Tell her to accept the no and move on because if she doesn't then you're done talking to her until she does. Your parents are trying to comfort her but not realizing they're just not acting right towards you. Talk to them. Tell them you shouldn't have to keep hearing it from her over and over again. Congratulations on your baby. ETA. I agree with others who have said to please do not ever leave your baby with your sister. She sounds desperate enough to take the baby and run. NTA. Do not let your sister babysit. Do not leave her alone with your child. NTA. You tried being nice. You tried being polite. She would not listen and take no for an answer. Yes, it was harsh, but being direct and blunt was going to be the only thing that worked. NTA. Given the fact that she's literally trying to beg, buy, or steal your baby, what you said is mild. Struggling with infertility is rough. I hope your sister recognizes that she needs therapy to cope, because she is clearly not coping well. NTA. Are your parents seriously expecting you to make your sister a co-parent because she's decided this is easier than going through the adoption process? Please make them spell that position out for you before they get huffy again. And if they continue to act like this, tell them they will all meet the baby when they are prepared to accept that you and your partner are the parents here, no one else. NTA. I understand that this is difficult for your sister, but her response is very inappropriate and entitled. You're the mother and she isn't. How to raise your baby is your decision. If she wants to adopt, she should go through other channels. NTA. Stop hanging around your sister and your enabling family. None of these requests were reasonable. Let me co-parent? Let me have your child, you can have another? Quote. Your sister sounds unwell and you need to seriously consider not having her around your child or your parents who may circumvent that rule. It sounds extreme, but her behavior is alarming. NTA. Your sister needs therapy. That is not normal. My God. NTA. And never, ever leave your child with your sister. She will disappear and you will never see either again. Your sister needs treatment. And I'm not sure I'd trust your parents much either. They might actually help her steal your child. NTA. Not to be rude, but she sounds slightly unhinged. Asking for your baby over and over? That's a red flag. Low key though. This sounds like an origin story of a woman who steals a baby from the hospital. NTA. Your sister needs to learn boundaries. Unfortunately, I see that often with women that have fertility issues. They tend to get entitled attitudes or feel they are owed from those that can have kids. NTA, as it wasn't your first comment. She continued to push you after your first no. So your statements needed to become harsher. NTA. When the baby is born, do not let her babysit or be with them alone. Your sister desperately needs professional help. NTA. I'd be concerned if you weren't hostile toward someone constantly asking for your baby. Infertility is hard, but so is someone trying to steal your baby. NTA. Your sister should seek psychological help. I understand her bitterness. But it is no reason for her to bash you for having a baby. You don't owe her your baby. NTA at all. I would have said the same and some other chosen words she deserves to hear. Never, ever leave you baby alone with her, and I'd necessary get a restraining order to protect you and your baby. Get a locker for your room, and if you can move out and never give her your address. NTA. She is being ridiculous. I'm concerned that your parents aren't telling her to back off. NTA. Big massive blinking red flag. I wouldn't trust your sister anywhere near your baby. Matter of fact, your whole family is kind of freaking me out right now. I'm 29 weeks with my first, and I would freak the duck out at someone if they started this shit with me. Your baby is obviously very wanted and you are prepared for it. Your sister is extremely out of line, as well as the rest of your family. You tried being nice. You tried being polite and setting boundaries, but your sister doesn't care. NTA. And I wouldn't trust your family around your baby. NTA. I was prepared to say YTA because fertility is such a touchy issue. But your sister's issues sound like they go well beyond the inability to conceive. She's making your pregnancy all about her and trying to force your child to be hers. You are defending yourself against someone who is clearly in need of intervention and help from professionals. Honestly, unless she goes to therapy and becomes a bit more stable, I wouldn't let her around your baby. After it's born, it'll exacerbate her problems and could even be a danger to the baby down the line if she's the type to not be above kidnapping. Let her know why you won't let her around the baby. Maybe she'll get some help. But if she's as persistent about this as you say, she could be too unstable to be left alone with the child. Infertility is a terrible thing for anyone who wants kids to go through. Doesn't give her the excuse to be psychotic and turn you into a villain. NTA. Sister is clearly overstepping the line with her absurd demands. But it's clear her issue has driven her close to madness. She really needs help with it if she hasn't seek one yet. But still doesn't excuse her. Everyone else are off for enabling her to harass you for no reason at all. Maybe good idea to move out if possible. For all you know, they might kidnap your child from you. Never know what people will do when they aren't right in the mind.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic AITA is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.